everyone. Welcome to the Lightbringers podcast, first show of 2026. I hope you're doing very well. You had a good break if you celebrate. If you don't, we hope that you are doing something at least 10 out of 100 in this brand new year.
Absolutely.
Yes. Swooping it back in.
Always 100. Keep it 100, stream. Oh god.
10 out of 100 is better than 1 in a billion, so you're already doing better.
Yeah.
That's right.
We
It's a
established
significant improvement.
It always is.
a pretty good ratio.
Can they hear us?
One might
They
even
can.
say 1 in 10.
1 in 10. That's pretty fine, isn't it?
I'm gonna lose it today. Oh.
Some would
gotta
ask
find it.
if they were found in the first place. Exactly. Welcome everyone. This is our first show of the year. We're back on twitch.tv/JebroUnity at what was almost planned for 12 p.m. Pacific. Every other week at the moment, when there's more stuff coming out and
it's
news and
already-
stuff.
Are we 25 minutes late?
Yeah. About normal.
Wow.
About normal.
It's fine.
Okay. We were having conversations, and I was doing all the.
yeah.
I have to do all the advertising and all the things before, and then I got lost in the conversation and forgot that we were doing a podcast, which is actually every single time. So it becomes complicated, you know. I mean, it's
Get lost in the sauce. It's fun.
lost in the sauce, the conversations out of 10, and like, you know, what's going on in life, how you doing. That's a good point, Kroof.
Pasteurization of cheeses.
Yes. Kroof, how are you doing? Tell us what you do when you do it. Tell us how you're doing. Are you good? Are you well? Are you looking forward to the year?
Hey.
Going on.
I am. Everyone, I highly recommend taking your daily vitamins. It has changed my life so far in the year of 2026.
Yeah, you're glowing.
I know, aren't I? Everyone get your sunglasses on. It's not just because I'm white, it's because I'm taking my vitamins. But hi everyone, I'm Kroof. I do a lot of content over on my YouTube and most recently here on Twitch. We've actually been playing a lot of World of Warcraft, which has been so much fun to play with the Legion Remix event. I have been leveling characters like and I'm having such a great time.
It's
if
so
you would
crazy that you couldn't even hear what I said just then.
Yeah.
Oh, did it cut out?
It was like, so what?
Sorry. I entered the fifth dimension. The microphone did not pick that up. But I'm leveling a lot of characters over there and
Nice.
having a great time. So if you'd like to come by, we're playing some MMOs over on the Twitch Fridays through Sundays. So happy to be here.
Good. What was your first character? Class?
My first class when I like a month or two ago when I was playing Legion was a mage. No, it was a warlock.
yeah.
And then I have since leveled, I think 7 or 8 other characters
Jesus.
to max level. I can level a character in 3 hours, which actually takes long. Because there's one method where you go to a specific island and you farm dragons and you go from level 10 to 80 in like,
Sounds like so much
30
fun.
minutes.
Oh, are you doing it to give you ults
Yeah.
in the next expansion? Sorry, you doing I might do that actually, because I've just got Hunter. I've just been farming all the skins for bronze.
I did that too. It's been fun. I got
Actually
basically
did
all
a
the raid
lot.
skins and mount skins.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, same.
So you go to an island and farm mobs for 3 hours?
No, like 30 minutes or an hour or
Oh,
something.
okay.
That's like the ultra fast way of doing it, I think.
That's actually
But-
good.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna go do
You
that.
have to have like a max level friend to like kill all the mobs really quickly.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Which I
so-
don't have. So
Oh. Okay. A bit like life, that is.
exactly. Don't have any friends. Fine.
Excellent, Kroof. Good stuff. Engel, good to see you. How are you doing? What's going on? Tell us about yourself and what you do. What you doing? How you doing with your new year? What are you doing?
Yeah. Hi everybody. I'm Angle. I stream over on my channel on twitch.tv/AngleBirdMeow. I play a lot of Guild Wars 2. I've been doing a lot of beetle racing lately. I also do cosplays on my channel where we put them together live on stream in 4 hours or less, and it's usually people, places, and things from around the Guild Wars 2 universe, or
Nice.
just Guild Wars universe in general. And yeah, that's I think about me. I'm gonna be doing a cosplay this week sometime, so keep an eye out for that
Ooh.
if you're interested.
Is it a secret? What it's gonna be?
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm like 10 out of 100% sure what I'm gonna do. But I'm mostly positive that's what's gonna be, but I don't want to commit and then change my
And then
mind.
that change. Yeah, exactly.
If you want to,
We're free to
feel
guess,
free.
I guess.
Yeah, let's.
That might give me some more ideas.
We each get one guess, and it's Guild Wars 2 related.
Guild Wars 2 related, and I will tell you if any of them are right.
Okay.
Do you want to
But I
guess
won't
while
confirm
we're
which
doing
one
the
it is.
podcast, maybe, rather than right now when we're starting the entire show?
Yeah, later on.
It'll just be like
Fine. Leave your guess in the comments.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll go check it out.
That could be one. Awesome. Glad you're here. Good to see you. Boots, how are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you doing it? All the things. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too. The first thing I wanted to ask was, have you beat my time on the Winter's Day race angle?
Oh, I forget what your time was, but I can tell
I also
you.
forget, but I did look back at it, and apparently on the Winter's Day one, I did not use any teleports on it.
Ooh.
So
I will.
yeah.
I'll confirm.
Okay.
But I'm close. If I haven't beaten, I'm close.
I do not doubt that you are gonna eventually beat every single one of my times in Beetle Racing, because I think you have the commitment that I may not have when it comes to Beetle Racing.
Yeah. I have friends who goad me on, so I think that's part of it. I've got a lot of.
That's true.
But Boots is a very good racer. Don't let him deprecate. Go check out those videos, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Boots. I'm at World of Vendors on YouTube, and so I think all of the most recently released adventures are now up.
Cool.
So if you want to go look at those, I think I got top 10 on most of them. Oh,
Nice.
actually, everybody should do the fireworks adventure, because there's no timer on it. So so you could take as long as you want to complete it, basically, and all you need to do is get like the maximum amount of points, which I think is 73, and you get first overall. Everybody could get first overall on that one.
Wow.
Is that the new expansion?
Yeah, that one's in Shipwreck Stand.
I don't know if I've done many of the adventures, actually. It's a good point. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Good rewards.
And yeah, I've also started to do some more Boots Bad builds again. And
Yeah, cool.
and I think I've only got one for the new guy so far. It was a ritualist. It's and it didn't get fully nerfed to the ground, so still good. But other than that, yeah, make videos over at YouTube.
Excellent. Cool beans. And also, I am Jebro. I stream the podcast mostly on twitch.tv/JebroUni every other Sunday. Depends on what's coming out on Guild Wars 2 as well. And if we have things to talk about normally, sometimes it may even be weekly at 12 p.m. Pacific. That is 8 p.m. GMT-ish, and that would be 3 hours difference for the East Coast. So that would be 3 p.m. East Coast. And if you want to check out the podcast, go to the youtube.com/JebroUni channel. You can watch the videos there, or you can listen to us live on, not live, you can listen to us on most audio stuff places. Just GWT Lightbringers podcast, and you'll find us. Chuck us a follow. Also give us some feedback, and pop us a couple of stars on whatever app that you see us on. Greatly appreciate that. And in 2025 we hit over 100,000 streams audio wise, which was very, very cool. And we look forward to seeing where we go in this new year, because Guild Wars 2, it's got some stuff to do. We got more players than probably we've had since maybe Heart of Thorns, I'm assuming, or at least like people bought the expansion. In terms of, because we had the studio kind of, what was it, like a studio, what's it called? End of year review kind of thing. What's it called? Studio update. That's right. Sorry. Didn't even think about that almost. And it told us basically that the last expansion did pretty damn well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Pretty damn well. Visions of Eternity, they said, has outperformed already Jamfield Wilds, and that was in December.
Okay.
Just
December
very nice to hear.
19th. Yes, which is wild.
But it's also
It's only out like a
Champion
month.
Wild. Do we know how well Jantier Wilds did? Obviously,
they
not
know,
that well.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess that's what matters. The power of elite specializations will bring in troves and troves of players.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They've said, so to quote, in recent months we've seen periods where more new players joined us than at any point since our 2022 Steam debut.
Wow.
Which is also a high watermark, they said. So also veteran players returning, and it's higher than it's been in years.
Do you think it's because of elite specs?
I think that is a very big factor in terms of existing players coming back. But then there's also outside factors of completely brand new players coming with a lot of MMOs receiving unfortunate news. It's kind of like a double whammy.
I mean, yes, I didn't mean to laugh at that, but yes.
New World.
Okay, I chuckled.
New World was
in my
one.
head.
Elder Scrolls Online's had a bad year. And also I think there was some big...
New World's getting shut down or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think this year sometime.
Yeah. And there's, I think, people started to make videos, and then also I think they started to advertise more. They started to hire more people to do the thing that they've been doing in the last couple of years, where they
gonna say, and I've also
play the expansion and stream. Yeah.
I feel like I've seen a lot more sponsored streams for larger Twitch streamers.
Yeah. So I did a sponsored stream for ArenaNet with a guy called Fengrush, who has like 2,000 viewers, and we were playing the game together.
I tried to get you to do something on that. I tuned in for like 20 minutes, and I was like, "Hey Jebro, you should do this," and then you completely Dono-walled, completely ignored.
Oh, I was watching.
I don't think you were looking. I don't think you were looking at your chat at all.
No, the stream. I kind of said at the beginning, I was like, I'm kind of teaching this person how to play the game and stuff, and I'm looking at his chat a lot more. I saw your chat later, so I'm sorry about that. I was teaching him how to play PvP basically, so it was really cool. I know him from Elder Scrolls Online as well, so it was they matched us up pretty well.
Nice.
But yeah, other creators did that as well, which I thought was like a really good, different kind of way of doing it, rather than just like insert person into brand new game, play it for 2 or 3 streams, don't know what's going on. Yeah. It's the new player experience, not the expansion, and you're like, okay. So they got to play, so they played like a Spellbreaker, and they're a PvP player anyway, and I was like, well, this is how you do this, that, the other, and I was just supporting them and just like kind of, letting them do their stuff while I'm healing them, and it went really well. It was cool. But yeah, there's loads of new players and loads of new people streaming the game as well, and I think it's gonna be different now. I think you might see a little bit of a fall off because it's just a new year and there's other games out, but yeah, there's
a bit of a pause until the next update to the game as well.
I mean, actually, it's not that far away.
It's coming sooner than you think, but
it's not that far away. I mean, Skills and Balance is Tuesday.
Yep.
And then there's Fractal Rush, January 13th, which is next week. Then World v World Rush, February 3rd is actually the next quarterly release.
Oh, that's really soon, actually.
It is really soon. It's less than a month.
I forgot it's already January 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We can talk about we'll talk about the roadmap.
But have you taken your vitamins all 11 days?
Yes.
Because in that case, great job.
I've been doing okay.
I'm staying consistent. Thank you, Angle.
You're welcome.
I expect a daily message from you every like, hey, vitamins.
Yeah.
I'll set an alarm in my phone just for you. Remind crew, take vitamins.
Wow, a reminder for you to remind crew that they have to be reminded about taking them.
Yeah, maybe I'll start taking vitamins then. Who knows?
I do have to, Angle, I'm gonna text you to remind you to set that alarm though tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I will forget.
Boots, I will also remind you tomorrow before you have to remind Angle about doing that.
About what?
And then I'll loop back and tell Jebro.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
It's all about circles.
I think we have a solid plan for this now.
Yeah. It's a Bermuda Triangle
we have
of
a lot
reminders.
of safeguards. Yeah, a lot of bottlenecks.
This is why this is why we're late, you see.
I predict Proof will stop taking his multivitamin within a month.
Okay.
He will forget.
Ran out? You went through the bottle, you just didn't want to buy another one?
I think you will forget to take it at least 2 times the next month.
Oh god.
I mean, that's likely.
I know. I'm all about predictable predictions.
Thankfully, if we don't take it for a day, it's not going to be like the
Are
most big
you
difference in the world.
criticizing my reminder ability skills? Like,
A little
I
bit
feel
because
kind of offended.
I know I'm gonna forget to remind you to make that to set that alarm.
Okay.
Oh, amazing.
It's a domino
Okay.
effect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because there's no way Jebro's texting me to tell me to text you.
Yeah, I need your number first. Well, that would be the breaking point of that. Okay, so on February 3rd, when we get our first quarterly release, don't forget that we actually do not get a story continuance until update 2, which is going to be earliest for March, April, May. And we're not going to get another story release until May,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
which is
will
actually
be
quite
different.
a while.
So what's coming in this release in February?
I can tell you. A new raid
please.
encounter.
Yeah.
The pièce de résistance. And I probably said that wrong, Boots, and I probably should have let you say that. But
Would you like me to say it?
yes, please.
The piece de resistance.
I was pretty close.
I think that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. But the big thing is the raid and strike system with quick play, and the unification of those two systems
yeah.
I'm
together.
so excited for that.
Wait,
Oh,
Quick
yeah.
Play Raids is coming this upcoming
February 3rd.
Mhm.
Oh my, that is the pièce de
Feb
resistance.
3rd is a big
Yeah.
system-y kind of
Huge.
thing.
Wow.
So we could
And
maybe
then-
talk about that.
Okay. And is it
top-
fully is it going to be fully implemented, or I thought we were going to have some kind of a
Yeah.
beta or something beforehand?
I mean, it
No,
might
I
be.
think it's going to be fully implemented, but
Yeah.
it's going to just probably be something that they iterate upon. Like it's a live service product, but I don't think it's going to be launched as like what the Fractal version was, where that was specifically titled
Fully
as like a
beta.
beta function. But it just kind of like persisted forever. I think this is going to be something more concrete.
Yeah, we had the UI. Let me just pull that up actually. Have that. Oh, I didn't update
Yeah, they
the
did provide
screen.
a mock-up of the UI, which of course might have changed since they produced that image for us.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute to just get that up because I messed up and forgot to do that. But yeah, it was. That's exciting. That's really exciting.
Yeah. I'm excited to see this update in particular because of the lack of story, to see if the community will be able to sustain their playtime with something that is purely about gameplay rather than story. Because I find that a lot of the Guild Wars 2 community tends to focus and funnel into the story areas.
Sure.
And I
And
hope
also
that this gets more people.
gameplay. I mean, yes, story areas, but also like we're not going to get any new map areas in this.
Yeah,
Right?
the
'Cause
maps
that's
and the
usually
story
type
are
of
major.
story. And yeah, so I think it'll be interesting because, as we know, I mean, the amount of people who play PvE mostly or story in this game that also raid a lot are not at that high. But hopefully, the raid looking for group thing the quick play is going to change that a little bit.
Hopefully, I think you'll see like a new influx of players like coming in to try that. Other people who are already playing just kind of be like, "Oh, is this a thing? Cool, nice." Hopefully,
Yeah.
I think it'll be more comfortable for folks who are used to doing like even just strike missions to do like, okay, I'm going into a raid encounter, but it's one boss and I'm not committing myself to doing an entire raid wing necessarily. Like I feel like people would be more inclined to be like, okay, yeah, I can kind of throw myself at a raid encounter that was, you know, traditionally in a raid wing, and learn this like one boss at a time, because it's going to kind of bridge between something they might be more comfortable with a strike, or that looks more like a strike to raids. And then I'm very excited for that because I feel like more new people will be willing to try it and then hopefully come along and be less intimidated by it, like running a whole wing with a group. So
that's right. Yeah, because it's not just about. Wait, where is it? Is it just bosses specifically you run into?
In all
or is
honesty,
it...
they haven't there is a lot of mystery behind this system as to how it's actually going to pan out. I don't think they've told us a lot about how these bosses are going to be divided up in the quick play system, if there is going to be an option to tackle them as an entire wing or to tackle them in the form of individual boss encounters. I think having an option to do individual bosses would be really smart, because I've also been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. And what they'll do with their LFR is that they will split their raids into like
wings.
1 or 2 bosses per chunk and per wing. Granted, they are much larger, so I don't know if that would be warranted in Guild Wars 2, but well, there's a lot of they haven't given us a whole lot of detail about this. They've just pretty much announced it and given us a brief mock-up of something that is in progress in terms of UI.
I wouldn't be surprised if they let you go to individual bosses directly, though. I mean, it does. It's already changing a lot about the way raids work, but it does. There's something special about going into a raid and like doing a full wing clear, you know. So
I mean, you're still going to have that option, right? Even if they did that.
Of course
right?
you are, yeah. You don't have to always go through here. But if they do let you go to individual bosses in this, it does open up the possibility of doing like in the Wizard's Vault, having like daily boss clears as your achievements, or weekly boss clears, or like clear a raid fully for a special reward or something.
Gosh, I might have just assumed that was how it was going to work. I'm trying to look back at where I might have gotten that, but I think it will still bridge a gap, hopefully.
Yeah, but I do want to give a lot of praise to that idea angle, because I've heard a lot of other people talking about that as well online, and even in like my streams I've been talking about it with people, and even in the mock-up there is information that will say like 1 or 2 bosses killed out of however many there are. And it'd be nice if like you had the ability to then just pop to the next boss that you didn't kill yet, because if you only had 1 boss left to kill and you had to go through the entire wing again, it's like, why even track that data?
Right.
I do wonder.
That's what it says. Yes, is you can go to exactly the boss you want to tackle. This is what they said on their blog post.
I also want, because it's easier for fractals and the fractal beta thing that we had going on, because things don't save your progress or like stop you from fighting the same boss twice for rewards like raids do in fractals. So I'm wondering if that'll be one of the stumbling blocks they have on first release, of when someone who's already half cleared a raid queues up to do that same raid with people who haven't cleared it. Are they going to have like issues of what raid instance get opened and so on? Or is there going to be like some sort of
you would just not get the rewards, probably. You would just not get as many rewards.
Yeah, but what happens if
like you open up the entire raid for everyone else, and then you get to those later bosses, and you're like, oh, already done.
Like an auto LFG system. So what the way that they do that is that you get locked out personally of rewards rather than everyone does. So the whole raid goes
right.
ahead.
I'm just talking about the instance, though.
But that's what I mean.
Think...
Like it just the instance is the instance. Like it's related to the player. So when the player kills the boss, the player doesn't get the reward, but the other players do.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, if you make a group and you go in first to a raid and you already had a couple of bosses cleared, it opens up that instance for you, and then when people come in to join you, they'll join that instance even if they haven't beaten those bosses yet.
I'm imagining that that won't be an issue, because in what I would want them to do for this is kind of similar to what maybe World of Warcraft does, where it's considered a completely different almost game instance. And it'll probably have a lot of different balancing issues, or you'll have a lot of personal buffs that allow you to go through these raid wings without having a lot of difficulty, or at least as much difficulty. So I would imagine whatever you kill in the quick play menu won't actually transfer over to if you go into the aerodrome and go into the instance.
Well, that might do.
The smartest way to do
because
it. Because
this is just the quick play thing is just an separate thing. Just a separate instance. It's different from your lockout, but your lockout might be a soft lockout for you in terms of rewards. If that's how it works in World of Warcraft, anyway. And other games, it's like, although actually, in Elder Scrolls Online, you can just repeat dungeons and get the same rewards all the time, and raids. I'm pretty sure, as far as I remember. Yeah.
But this
Cool.
system is going to be very interesting to see how it's implemented, because there's a lot of other areas that have to be tackled in terms of like if there are any personal buffs that are applied to the entire raid wing
Yeah.
to make it easier, which is kind of what the Fractal quick play did. I think that would be a smart
true.
follow in the footsteps of the Fractal quick play to, you know, transfer it over to the raiding quick play system. So I'm very eager and excited to see what they're going to release in regards to information about this system.
Cool. Okay. Let me move on to something else here then. Got some other stuff that's coming. We got fashion templates.
Oh yeah.
Yay! So
That's gonna be
excited.
cool. It's gonna be good. I don't
I could finally change my fashion.
I think that's another huge
13 years.
system update, aside from like the raid system, is that there's going to be a quite significant implementation of a system for people who are purely going for fashion and collectibles.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
That is big, yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't been able to really, because you go into the game now and it's attached to your armor. So if you want if you've got legendary armor, you're just creating the same so you're creating the same deck like build over and over again. If you maybe to get a different look, or you're just changing your look every single time. So having fashion templates is going to be cool. Hopefully they give us a bunch for free, and you don't have to just buy them, a majority of them from the Blackline chest or whatever app store. Sorry, but it'd be nice to have those as like maybe raid rewards and stuff, like kind of filtering some of this stuff into like, you know, other content, so you can get rewards of like a fashion template. Might be kind of cool. But yeah,
Maybe.
or it costs transmutation charges.
Hey,
I
there you
have
go.
so many of them.
yeah,
One transmutation charge per template.
Exactly.
that's not much. That would do. Cool.
I'm
Okay.
really hoping that the fashion templates extend to like mount dives and mounts, because every single like I like to match my mounts to like whatever I'm wearing. So I'm crossing my fingers. I am not sure exactly how it works, but like that's the one thing where I'm like, well, I'm purple today, like, but all of my mounts are orange. And
You know what's crazy?
yeah.
I think you started saying that before someone in chat
Yes,
said the exact same
you're
thing.
both saying
Oh,
the
really?
same thing.
Oh.
They finished
I think
saying
you look
that
legit,
after it showed up.
Same wavelengths.
True
That's it.
connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true. Actually, just assign like the template to that character or that template or whatever.
Right. Just like this is my outfit, and when I'm in this outfit, like on this fashion template, all of my mounts by like default look like this. Maybe I could go in and change them if I want to, but like, yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
I like
Thought
my
about
yeah.
So when you change to that like specific build, it's more identifiable. It's got its own identity that you've formed through all of the different looks as well, and just like this
Yeah.
is this version of my character, and it's like a completely
Yeah.
different theme change.
This
Yeah, I
also
like
just
that.
means that all of this together, so the fashion template, build template, and equipment template, this has to be what's listed on every Snowcrow's page now. Like for your each rating build, you have to have the fashion template there as well to know exactly what you're supposed to wear. I think it's very important.
I think that
like
would be very
optimal
Yes.
important.
fashion templates to
Optimal. I mean,
reduce
usually it's
visual noise. So
usually
you can
it's
see the
you know,
mechanics.
those aviator sunglasses. I think is usually the way to go.
Mm,
And this makes me
I
think
can
like
see that.
I don't think they've mentioned this. This would probably be something they would mention, but infusion templates options as a wardrobe setting, because infusions are just things you have to put into gear. But the actual effects, there are so many infusion effects now that it would be nice. I know a lot of people have wanted that over the years,
Maybe.
but
Maybe that would be in there. Could be.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to have it attached to stats, really. In my opinion, for infusions, like those infusions. I think it's just because they're called infusions, right?
yeah.
It doesn't really make
Yeah,
sense.
I think the
to
fact that they
research them.
stack is also something that makes it difficult. Like, yeah, if you could like unlock it in your templates by having bought it or by having earned it somehow,
Yeah.
then how do you how do you let people stack it 15 times?
Maybe maybe you could have the option of turning them on or off, or you could at least have one infusion on in a template, but then if you have it in your gear, then it stacks. So it's like just an
okay.
extra way of like having control. Or if you don't have that infusion on that character, you can at least have one of them on them. I don't know.
Okay. Then we have Wizard's Vault update, which is pretty standard for every update, and then we got the new legendary ring as well, which is cool.
Oh yeah. So how are we? Did they say how we're earning the legendary ring?
They gave us a little teaser of visuals. I don't believe that they gave us much more than that.
I don't know if I've heard about how to get it, but we've seen it, what it looks
Yeah,
like.
we've seen.
You know what would be fantastic is if they tied it to the LFR to incentivize players to utilize the LFR.
Point.
And not only shall I mention that we're getting the LFR system, but we actually are getting an entirely new raid with this update as well.
That's true.
Or raid encounter, because they're not really differentiating between wings and strikes anymore. They're kind of just calling them raid encounters. So I think that would be a smart way of like actually.
I think that must be what they're doing, because that's what they did for the new legendary gloves that they made available during the beta of the fractals.
That actually is very true.
I mean, the ring, if you haven't seen the effects, though, the reason why I don't think it will be is because it's very themed to the expansion. It's got little sandcastles and crabs coming out of the ground. So I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be related. I mean,
say that the new raid wing is probably going to be, or
Could
the
be
raid
for
is
the
probably
new
going to
raid.
be in line with it.
You're
Very
probably
true.
fighting a
Very
giant crab
true.
at the end. Yeah,
Very
like
true.
from Moana.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is also true. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, what
Could
other
be.
way? I guess it could just also be a collection quest that they put into the existing zones, which in a way would be kind of nice because we're not getting new story or new maps. It could be a nice way to reinvigorate the two existing expansion maps to have a legendary journey throughout those zones. So I'd be okay with that too. It'd be fun.
Nice. This is such a cool little. Just watching the animations, it's just like little sandcastles coming out of the ground.
It's cute.
It's so
I love the ray
random.
of
Just have
light.
Crab Rave perpetually playing in my head.
Yeah.
This is, I'm already thinking of a fashion for like a scourge priest where you're having like a lot of sand barriers and you have this light coming down and you're healing your
I'm
allies.
just no.
Yeah.
You just do the Farron in a bikini.
Oh, yes.
And he's there as well,
Ooh.
dancing with the crabs and the
Yeah.
sandcastle. That's cool. Okay. God, that was the first time I watched it.
If it involves funerary incense, I will burn Lion's Arch to the ground. You know, bringing back that old Path of Fire
Yeah,
currency. Very important. Very important.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, let me see. Was there anything else on that? Relics as well, new relics, and not really anything else. So yeah, it's a bit. I will say there is a slight. They didn't know that they were going to have the impact that they were going to have with the expansion. Whether or not they think, if we think that that's something they should always consider, I think is important. But with such a big, with 20 years of Guild Wars, and we saw Reforged come out late last year, and 25 years of ArenaNet, and having like one of the most successful income of players since like a literal platform release, which is pretty huge. I guess my concern is, and maybe it doesn't matter because it's, you know, it came out later last year, the expansion, but is like running with the player increase now and then having no story there. Does that matter when so many new players come in and they're trying to catch up anyway? Does that make sense?
I think if they're new players, yeah, with new players, they have so much content to go through right now that I don't think the newest content having a story attached to it necessarily matters. Yeah.
Fair. Does it keep? What about the? I guess since the launch of the expansion, and then between then and now, they're kind of. I mean, it's been the holiday. I guess it's not too bad, and you still get like new raid, but you know, how many people are going to do that? Well, more
hopefully a lot
people will
with
do
this.
it now with the system. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think this might actually be the best decision because any new story update or map introduction, those updates are just for the players that are already in the lead, that are already at the cap of really what Guild Wars 2 has to offer. This system is an entire AoE effect. It hits everyone, no matter if you're a new player, if you're a returning player, if you're a hardcore veteran, or you're someone who's just been wanting to like try something new.
Yeah.
This will be an option to get into those types of content and make them more visible as well. Sometimes I fear that even still people might not understand like the whole rating system or necessarily where to go for all that. So depending on how they integrate this with the UI, I hope that people will be much more aware of the end game content in game, and it'll be easier for them to start.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, it makes sense. Rather than more story. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I think too, like for the new players, there is just so much for them to like go into and dive into in more detail, even if they did somehow get through all of the story between launch of the expansion and now, which if you've done that, congratulations, I'm very impressed. 10 out of 100. But for the players who've been around for a long time, I think one of the biggest asks, especially from the ones who enjoyed the story or who enjoy playing the story as their primary gameplay, was that the end to the Visions of Eternity storyline was a bit more meatier and had more like time taken. So with the wait, so not getting story this time, you know, ArenaNet has said they're spending more time with the second half of the story. You're going to have more story chapters, you know, in the update 2 and update 3 than you would have if they had split it up into the way they had the model originally. And that was coming from feedback from us. You know, we were telling ArenaNet we didn't like the way that it went the last 2 expansions. And this is their way of saying, hey, we're going to try to improve upon that. So I think a lot of us who are in the know with this, at least, are appreciative. And like, I don't mind waiting another 3 months if it means the story is going to be better or have like you know, good writing or feel meatier to me, and it's not just going to end on a smaller note. I'd rather it end on a bigger note and wait just a little bit longer. So
is it, we've got this update coming out, and then update 2 will have some story, and then there will be an update 3 with the finale as well?
Yeah.
Or is it one more story?
Yeah.
chapter?
Two more.
Right.
I've got the
There's 2 more.
roadmap as well up on the stream if you want to have a little look.
Oh yeah, look at that.
But also, yeah, it is the story continues. Update 2, story concludes like update 4. Like,
And so there's 2 more
also.
maps coming.
yes.
Yep.
There's still
Okay.
2 new maps, 2 new story updates, which are supposed to, as they had mentioned, be
Sweet.
meatier.
Nick, this upcoming update, we get 6 relics.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mentioned
That's the
that.
thing I care about.
Yes.
Boots,
Like,
so I literally
niche
mentioned that.
buildcraft.
Literally mentioned that. Boots is listening.
Did you mention the relics?
Yes, I did.
You did
Yeah.
not.
Oh, I
didn't
thought we
hear
skipped
that.
over that. I didn't hear the
No.
relics. So.
I did mention the relics. It's on my list in the
Oh,
document.
I saw them because I was
Read
looking at
them
the
off.
document.
We were too
I
concerned
would've
about
heard.
Kroof's vitamins, I think, and
Exactly.
that's probably
We
yeah.
all went through a group psychosis and we're just like vitamins. And Jumbo's over here like listing off all the features.
And there's
Oh, this
6
is
new
good.
relics, and we're like, but what vitamins are you taking?
Exactly.
24.
exactly.
So there's gonna be 24 total relics from this expansion. That's great.
Boots, can I ask you a pointed question?
Sure.
How do you feel about the relic system? Like, are you actually excited for it? How
If
do you
they're
feel the
fun
relic
and
system
good.
is? Have they been
Fun and
to
good.
your
And if they're
expectation?
not fun and good, I don't like
I would
them.
say 95% of relics are not that great. Or not that interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes a relic could be great, but not interesting.
There is that like huge discrepancy between like this relic is the best thing that has ever existed, and then the other ones that are like, why is this in the game?
Yeah. Like there's a relic that got released with this expansion, for example, that is not that great, but it's interesting to me. I've been trying to use it. Yeah, so it was the relic of the first revenant, which
Oh yeah,
when you
it's very classic vanilla revenant. Coded.
Yes. So yeah, when you have, I think it's when you have resistance, you also get minus 33% incoming condition damage, which is what resolution does. So if you have both of them, they stack, but it's not additive; it's multiplicative. So you can't have 0% incoming condition damage.
Yeah.
But so I've been trying to build a few things with that, but I don't think it's going to work in the best I could do with it so far is have put it on a conduit. And you have a very strong Condi Conduit build, but at the same time, without it, you still have a very strong Condi Conduit build because that's just what Condi Conduits are currently.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
You haven't tried the best one. Biomancer is the best one. If it's Biomancer.
Biomancer is strictly worse than
healing for poison and burning or bleeding.
Biomancer, one. Biomancer is strictly worse than one of the other relics that came out with this expansion, which is of the Mist Stranger. So Biomancer heals you 133, or I think maybe it goes up to 160 or something like that. Depending if you're in World versus World or PvE.
Yeah.
And it for every time you do bleeding or poison on somebody. But Relic of the Mist Stranger steals 105 life every time you hit something.
Yeah, the permanent lifesteal one, which that was kind of a cool idea.
Lifesteal is good.
So that one is a little bit too good because obviously it makes the Biomancer just.
Well, if you think about it, if you're poisoning though, you're already reducing their incoming healing, so you would out heal them anyway.
You're still going to do that by doing any poison. But
you're not going to have if you're going for a power build, you're not going to be poisoning that much.
I just when looking at these roadmaps, the only reason I bring that up is because I don't know, I can't really remember what I was feeling towards the relic system, but I do find it interesting that they seem to have a structure where each update has to have 6 relics. When we're getting to the point in the game where even when they first launched relics, there were so many that they implemented, and now I feel like there's just. We're getting 6 more each time, but they're all kind of just not doing anything helpful in the game.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. I think that they could start going crazier with them.
That's what I want them to do. Instead of having 6 each time, I'd rather them have 1 or 2 that offer a very unique gameplay change to the way you approach combat in some way.
Fun. But just have really ridiculously fun. Exactly, yeah. Just make it more fun.
You don't have to reduce the number you get. You just have to have some of them be interesting.
Well, yeah, but I imagine some of those that have visual elements or components or something that chains and does something has more production time rather than something that's just it's a lifesteal thing that passively triggers.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I feel like I want them just to mix up relics. I want them to just rethink how they're doing them because I think
haven't brought back the Mad King relic, so
hey,
clearly they failed so far.
Hey,
okay,
it's been 3 Halloweens and they still haven't given me my Mad King runes back.
Okay, so Keeperoo says in chat, while in combat, summons a fairy with your relic action key, and while summoned, reusing the key applies a heal hot on your target. That could be fun.
Exactly,
like a little mini pet.
Yeah.
I want them to also have a dedicated relic button on the hotbar because a lot of its integration is in when you use healing skill. Yeah, when you use a healing skill or when you use an elite skill, but
quick special action kind of thing, maybe.
Something that is more controllable. I think if you're going to implement something that is so strict to combat, give it its own button where you have control over it. Some of those effects are okay with it being on activations, but some of them I just find
Warcraft, then when you get a trinket or something, you get an extra ability.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that idea. That's cool.
And then it would feel something more of a customizable spell or skill that you can use to either expand your character's class theme or just efficacy in combat, depending on what's meta.
You get it and then it pops up, or it's just one use every 60 seconds or something, or whatever. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. Yeah, that would be cool.
I was thinking, yeah, you could do also things that weren't combat based, but then at the same time, since you can change your relic out of combat, maybe that's going to be a little bit too crazy.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
there's loads of possibilities for sure.
I like things that are like the summons, or even like the OG ones where it's like the Astral Ward relic where you have a bubble and it pulls people in. Like there's cool effects here, but I just think the way that they've all been implemented do not do this system any justice.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
A relic that increases gathering speed.
What if you don't want? Yeah, you could maybe do some non-combat relics. You have like an
Yeah.
increased passive like run speed and out in the world, or. But
Well,
then
you already have that relic. Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or, you know, you could think of other
I know
things.
what
Or
you
when you're
mean,
out of
yeah,
combat, you
sure.
have an adventurer that tags along. It's another mini pet. I don't know. But yeah,
Okay.
relics are strange.
Cool. We do have there'll be mastery updates as well in the future. We get the new weapon. There's a weapon set. Also, there's a seasonal refresh of the vault, which I think I did mention. Okay, cool. So, with that in mind, I just need to go back over here to see what I wrote because I can't remember because my brain's squashed. Not working that well today apparently because I'm just exhausted. But yeah, 2026 for Guild Wars 2. Let's move on to that. We've had 20 years of.
It's a broad question.
Yeah, it is. Because we know about a lot of it already, and then we can assume right now, just based on the past, not necessarily that this will happen, that we will have another expansion potentially this year. Now, as the new kind of cadence of how expansions have released, and just things to think about, and I can't remember if this is the case, this will be the first time that they've done an expansion, which is the yearly expansion, where I don't believe they've had the story continue on update 1. I don't think they've done that yet, right? So they've already changed something. So there's an inference of change, or there's an idea that there will be some kind of change coming up with the next expansion as well. So thinking about an expansion, when do we normally hear about the next expansion? Do we even need to hear about the next expansion? And because we've had already, like, it feels like we had a big thing happen last year of like 20 years of Guild Wars and then 25 years of ArenaNet. What does that mean for the next year after that kind of big
Guild Wars 3
anniversary? You think they're going to announce it?
Why not?
Well,
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
a very valid statement. Why not?
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to release it. Just like,
I mean, yeah.
I guess.
Just drop it tomorrow.
Honestly, what if they were just like, we've been working on this for a while, it's done, and then boom.
Yeah. It's coming out
Could you
tomorrow.
imagine? It'd be wild.
That would
I
I
would
think
die.
that would have quite a rippling effect on the internet. That would be a great way to get a lot of media attention.
But
to
if they
drop
did that, we
entire
wouldn't
amount.
have time to like they wouldn't have time to put out their manifesto for it. And I think we need that.
True.
It would be
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, there are games that have just literally come out with no information passed at all. I'm not sure if they've done great in terms of that. Because yeah, but
That's
yeah,
fair. That's fair.
could be a thing. But you know, I mean, PR and
No,
marketing.
Okay. So let's think about this for a bit. If they are going to announce Guild Wars 3 this year at some point, when would they do it? Would they do it with the release of the final chapter of this expansion, or would they do it like as a slow burn a little bit earlier? To say, hey, look, we got this coming up. It's not going to be our next thing. We're going to have one more expansion before it, but blah blah blah.
That is tricky.
It's a curious question because I feel like with the previous expansions, we already knew that one existed by this point. So like what I think a lot of people were expecting, especially with the end of year studio update, was like we would know that they're either working on it or what the plan is, because previously we did know, like, but we also knew that they kind of announced like Soto and the existence of Janther Wilds, and I think possibly the existence of VOE
yeah.
kind of around the same time. So we
Yeah.
knew things were coming by this point in an expansion cycle, their new expansion cycle. So I think at least something might look different, considering we don't know what's coming after update 3.
What's also quite interesting is that because we know very fully that we've got a Guild Wars 2 team and then another team working on something else. Maybe it's not Guild Wars 3, but we're all assuming it is. Because of that, good structure of the company.
There was that kind of cheeky kind of comment that guy made in the meeting that the press picked up on about the because they were I think they were panicking a bit, and then someone said, "Oh yeah, well we've got this coming out, or there's this being worked on." It's like, okay, well,
yeah. Well, anyway, because we have this nice trust in the company, means that
sorry.
If things go well, they wouldn't have to stop making these expansions for Guild Wars 2 either. They could just continue to do that. Yeah.
I mean, it depends.
With Guild Wars 3.
I do think there could be another. It might have just been that they forgot to mention it in the end of year review, maybe. But I also think that there is a possibility that they don't want to mention that they're working on another project, because maybe subconsciously it gives signaling to the community that they have already are leaving the current expansion we're playing behind.
Right.
So maybe this is just a way for them to be like, no, we're still focused on your current player experience. And I think with the changes of the story releases, that is going to show as well, is that there is a team that is still probably putting on the finishing touches and the QA testing of those updates. So maybe they just don't want to.
So you're thinking if it is
too far ahead,
right?
Without
so if it is announced this year, you're saying it would be after the final update is released, but they'll also give some sort of a saying like Guild Wars 2 is also going strong. We're going to keep doing these updates.
Yeah,
I think we'll need to know actually before the last update what is coming after. Because I think otherwise people may start spiraling, because there's a lot of tinfoil hats, myself included, in the community. Like, once you get there, like, oh, is this the end? Is it gonna, like, why haven't they said what's coming after? So I do think that for the community's sake, they'll need to say either we're working on something, there is more, or not. Maybe not necessarily what it is.
By not saying anything, doesn't that make the final story episode more exciting? Maybe the commander dies in real life.
Or maybe it's just they are taking.
If they want to ruin my life, Boots, sure.
They could. Or they're just resting on the fact that this has been the pattern, is that it's not something they have to bring up anymore. It's just like we are doing these things yearly, so we don't necessarily have to announce them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But the idea of, because we have no concept of what the next project is going to be or when it's going to be announced, but it does bring up an interesting idea of marketing. When is the best time to announce a new project, especially if it is a Guild Wars 3? Because if you do it at the time of a new expansion announcement as well, then you might not get as many people playing or purchasing that expansion, because they might feel as if that game is no longer of value because it's going to quote unquote go on maintenance or die soon. But as we've seen actually quite recently, Guild Wars 1 is still being updated. So maybe they are also trying to prime us in a way that they're not leaving these games behind. These are all standalone games in their own right, where Guild Wars 1 is receiving updates. Even if hypothetically there is a Guild Wars 3, as you were saying, Boots, we could still see a couple expansions for Guild Wars 2 in the presence of a Guild Wars 3. These are still games that deserve time to update, and they still have a lot of financial benefit as well.
I think what's actually going to happen, though, is because Guild Wars 3, as we all know, is going to be Guild Wars in space.
Yes.
We're going into the future, and so in Guild Wars 3, your account is going to be linked to Guild Wars 2, your Guild Wars 2 account. And you'll be able to access a terminal inside your spaceship and play Guild Wars 2, your old account, on the terminal in Guild Wars 3, and just play Guild Wars 2 there. So it'll forever be running inside the
Guild Wars 2 is my favorite game on the Citadel. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like you could play Minecraft within Minecraft if someone builds a Minecraft computer. You could do the same thing in Guild Wars 3. You could play Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 3 using your account.
Do you want some interesting information about when they first announced Guild Wars 2?
Didn't
Was
they
it-
do it like super early?
Guild Wars 2 was
Again.
announced on March 27th, 2007, along with the final Guild Wars expansion, Eye of the North.
Yeah. That makes
They
sense.
announced the next game with the final expansion.
And then it took a long time to come out.
It took a very long time.
5
But
years.
in that time, there were still updates to Guild Wars 1
Yeah.
with like smaller patches and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
But no big expansions. Or anything like that.
which is, I think they're kind of just rejogging our memories, like by doing updates to Guild Wars 1. So I would
Mhm.
imagine like Guild Wars 2, there would still be a long time between the announcement and the inevitable release of that.
Oh yeah,
project
absolutely. Yeah.
For that
yeah.
Guild Wars 3. So,
So yeah, I mean, depending on, nowadays, do you announce the MMO or even if it's an MMO, whatever, the next game in there or the next main game they make that early compared to back in the day? Because 5 years for an MMO was standard back then. It's still kind of standard now? I mean, if you still look at other MMORPGs, but the MMORPG is slowly but surely still over time. No one invests in it. No one's really investing in them anymore because they're not worth the money. I think, they're worth the money to us, but
Yes.
people really want to make it, but investors are more like, how much money can we rinse out of people in a very short period of time? And we want to see evidence of that rather like
I
in
You're
the
saying
next
Guild
couple of
Wars
do.
3
years.
is going to be a single player game.
I'm not saying anything.
or
I know.
it's going to be
I
a
hope that
predatory
that's not
cash
the
cow.
case.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not.
I mean, like,
Ion 2, NCSoft.
yeah. So we don't know.
But I guess to the core of the question, or the idea of like what is to come in 2026, I don't know. I have no expectation that any new project is actually going to be announced this year.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it's still
yeah.
probably just going to be very much Guild Wars 2 focused.
Mhm.
Now, would I want it to be announced or some big announcement to come? Tomorrow. Hell, they could have announced it yesterday. I would have been happy. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of just in a moment where I'm like, whenever the right time is, that'll be the right time.
You know what I actually, although I do like the year, one expansion a year, it's not bad. I mean, in the past we haven't had like I haven't been fully satisfied with them, story-wise at least. I have hopes for this one to be pretty satisfied with it. But if they do plan on making a Guild Wars 3 and sort of end the story of Guild Wars 2 beforehand, I would like them to have a bigger expansion to do it, to go out on a bang, Like if their
understand
announcement at
that.
the end of the year would be the next expansion's coming not in 3 months like it would have originally, but it's coming in 6 months or a year, and it's going to be this big send away, and then you're going to get Guild Wars 3.
I mean, if their last expansion was going to have anything, it'd probably have elite specializations, right?
Yeah.
absolutely.
It would have to. It would have to have like new elite specs. Probably
like
no
the one
new
we
waves.
like the one we just had. Yeah.
No,
but
but
that's
I
still
think
a year expansion, though.
this was still made within a year,
Mm.
and it doesn't have necessarily the brunt impact of what you would expect of a normal past expansion when they were doing them every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So this would not count as a satisfactory big expansion send off.
Yeah, if this is the last expansion that they announced before Guild Wars 3, I expect them to make more of these year-long expansions while Guild Wars 3 is still running, which is fine, which is nice, because I think they could continue in the world of Guild Wars 2 and continue telling stories, and I think that's something that a lot of people would enjoy. But if they wanted to wrap things up in some way, which I don't know, at this point I don't see that happening.
Again, like it doesn't
There's
necessarily
nothing really
mean
to wrap up anymore.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that if a new game comes out, doesn't necessarily mean that Guild Wars 2 stops in terms of like the stories that they can tell, because they can revert to a slower cadence of and go back to something like a living world story if they do release something new, but not call it living world. I don't know, where they just release
I kind of miss living world.
You do?
I kind of miss it. It would just, I guess it's technically no different than the early expansion.
Some of my favorite stories in the game are living world.
Are there any loose ends that we desperately want to wrap up? That we desperately want to wrap up in the Guild Wars 2 story before like a Guild Wars 3 comes out?
A Margarine Casimir wedding. That's all I want.
That's one huge one, isn't it?
But I feel like the story of Guild Wars 2, at least the era that I knew it as, really ended with End of Dragons.
Yeah.
I think everything that has come afterwards has genuinely been world expansion and lore expansion on adding different races, realms. It seems like this is more so groundwork for a greater story to be told in the future rather than something that needs to be wrapped up. So I do like your idea of like they're continuing to do these yearly expansions as foundational work for whatever other project that might be a Guild Wars 3 in like my headcanon.
Yeah, I picked up a lot of different ideas about how they... I mean, and obviously they are ArenaNet, and they could do something completely out of the box that we have mentioned, or we don't even have.
They could just
before.
go straight to Guild Wars 4.
Yeah, it's Tip 3. Tip 3.
Oh, wow.
They would.
It's kind of remarkable when you think about it, how long we've been playing this bloody game. Jesus Christ. It's going to be how many years? I mean, it's going to be 14
and I gotta
years.
say, yeah, as an MMO, it's very. I do find it kind of bizarre to have this particular discussion with an MMO, because I feel like most MMOs never get a sequel, but we already have our sequel. Now we're thinking about a third game, possibly. But like conversations with World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy, it's all just within that expansion or within that game adding to expansions. So they never have to worry about the concept of quote unquote losing out on their playtime, but that's a purely subjective matter. So it is, I find that we are in a very unique position as MMO players with Guild Wars 2. At least veterans, that is, and people who played it for a while.
Okay.
I would assume that if there is a third, that it is probably going to feel very different. I think a lot of people, they hear, oh, it's a sequel to another game. Even between Guild Wars 1 and 2, they think and are pleasantly surprised when they find out they are two different games. Like, but, one would assume, oh, Guild Wars 1 is just Guild Wars 2 with, earlier technology, and that is not the case. If you go, which I highly recommend, please go back and play it. It's a lot of fun, but a totally different game. A lot of people, when they came over to Guild Wars 2, actually were like, hey, this isn't my vibe. And they went back to playing Guild Wars 1 at launch. And so I think, the community or the folks who are curious about Guild Wars 3, if it does happen, it's going to feel like a different game, I think. And we're going to have...
What?
It's going to be a leadership.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be an FPS.
MOBA.
Just
MOBA.
Asuras with guns, basically.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a tower defense game. Yeah.
And in their off time, they chill on their terminal and play Guild Wars 2.
It's Dead Space.
Wow.
I like this theory very much.
Yeah.
The Niosian, what are they called? The Cryptus. The Cryptus are the aliens in space. Yeah, it's the Dead Space universe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me.
So I don't think, at least, I think like we're all saying here, Guild Wars 2 isn't going anywhere, and we're probably at the very least going to see more content. So interested to see what that is.
Okay. So
I'm very happy that they just updated with Reforged Guild Wars 1, and I've been having fun going back and playing some of that again too. So
yeah, I need to jump back in. Maybe we do that. Actually, we could in 2 weeks.
We should.
Let's do that in 2 weeks then. On the 25th of January, we could do a Reforged jump in. Maybe.
I'm down. I love playing Guild Wars 1.
Yeah, we need to maybe continue. We need to, if we're gonna do a game like playthrough, like continue it as well. Because I feel like we did the last one and we didn't really go anywhere.
Did you guys finish
From
the
that.
story, by the way?
Oh, for VOE? Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
good. How'd that go? Did you
we
guys have
played.
good-
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
We did our
Okay,
last
good.
playthrough finale of last year as well. The end of the last one.
Had you did you guys analyze the story at all, or did you?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we didn't really have like
Analyze.
a reflection. We didn't like have a podcast about the entire story arc and how satisfied we were. It was
a
more so
play-
You probably wait
Playthrough.
for 4 nights for that anyway, though.
yeah.
As we did the playthrough, we had thoughts and theories and ideas and what we thought. But I
Yeah.
think generally, it was definitely probably the best out of the yearly ones, the story-wise. I think, I think personally, maybe.
I would
Amy
agree. I think I had it felt meatier. The story felt
More
like I was
rounded.
actually playing through it a little
Yeah.
bit more
Yeah.
intentionally. It might have just been a mindset change that I was going through, I guess, with this expansion, but
Yeah, I agree.
I
with
liked
that.
it. I liked it.
I like the grottos.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
I'm a grotto aficionado.
I did too.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I
Are you
liked them
just
the
like-
first time, but then
are you grotto
Mhm.
maxing?
Yeah.
Just traveling through all those grottos?
Just staying in the grotto. I'm just instead of at the end of jumping puzzles, I'm putting all of my characters inside individual grottos and waiting until people come and join me in there. Yeah.
wow,
Aw,
that's
look at you.
You're gonna be waiting there for a while.
so Boots.
Okay.
It's like Boots waiting in a dark alley for you. It's just a grotto.
That's right.
Oh.
Welcome to my grotto.
Wow. Okay, Boots.
I've got
Your gro-
Grots
Your
and
grotto's
nose.
I have beverages here for you.
Oh,
Oh. I'm only here for
Um,
snacks though, so
Oh yes, I have
Yeah.
snacks too. Here's some. Please enjoy.
Boots is a snack as well, so don't worry.
Oh,
that's you're like a little Lunchables. Give me that
10 out of
cool
100.
pizza.
10 out of 100.
Oh god.
10 out of 100.
Okay. Well, what? So with 2026 in mind for Guild Wars 2, what are you looking forward to? What do you think you're looking forward to? Is it like that? The Guild Wars 3 was
LFR.
with LFR? Yeah.
I just want to see what happens.
Same, right? Yeah, I'm kind of excited to just drop into and just be like a single player playing other stuff, because I feel like it's difficult for me to really connect with other people on my schedule, gaming wise nowadays, and especially as an adult. Yeah, like it becomes a lot more difficult. So having systems where you can just jump into things, even if it's just one boss fight that you can commit to maybe for a bit of an evening for a while, would be cool. Yeah, I like that. That's gonna be really cool. It's gonna change how I play the game, I think, and interact with the game.
Yeah.
So I'll just do it more. 'Cause I don't raid at all. I don't remember the last time I went into a raid.
I raided like a couple weeks ago. It was really fun.
Nice. Good. Anything else?
And so easy.
Oh, that's
So
good.
easy. The power creep. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I did.
Oh, yeah, did
went
I
to
tell you-
Slothsaur, just one shot into like a random
Oh.
group.
I
Oh,
tell you
and a
that,
random
Oh,
group as
wow.
well. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
With that ritualist build, I soloed Veil Guardian and Cairn,
Mhm. You did. I remember watching that. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Wow.
and it doesn't take very long.
Oh my god, that's
No, it
wild.
doesn't. It doesn't.
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
What else are we looking
Anyway.
forward to this year? Or anything where you're like, oh, I'm, potentially looking forward to maybe this happening, or even just the idea of what are you looking forward to? Maybe some changes, maybe in this year
I'm
as well for
kinda-
Guild Wars 2.
So I remember when the expansion was coming out, and I was looking forward to skimmer adventures where it's like target practice, kind of like with the Sky Skill target practice. That didn't really come to pass because, unfortunately, I think the skimmers projectiles are tab target projectiles instead of action camera projectiles.
They are.
Hmm?
You can aim them with action camera.
You can, but
Okay. Okay.
you can. It's not. But you can't. You can't not aim them with. with
spit it out, Boots. Spit it out.
With sky scale target practice ones, you have to use action camera, right? Yeah. You can't, and they have one adventure for the sky scale right now, for the skimmer right now, where you're supposed to shoot target nets, but for whatever reason, for whatever reason, it's bugged, and you can't actually shoot them with your skimmer projectiles, even though you could tab target to them, and you have to charge through them instead. And so, I don't know. I'd like them to have new skimmer adventures where they actually are more similar to the sky scale ones and are more fun.
You can be confident in that. You can say that with your chest. It's fine.
Okay.
Good shit.
He's new. I'll say it. I think we should have more. I'm turning into a mother ordering for their child. He wants the skimmer with the projectile.
Stop it. Shut up.
Do it. It's fine. Yeah.
Can he get extra up, dog? I don't know what that is. I was filming something for a TikTok. Never mind.
Yeah, so that's one thing. More adventures, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and relics.
Anyone else looking forward to?
Hey.
Do you want anything?
I mean, this is
Oh yeah.
Or
this
you'd like
is
to
in the
see
next
change?
like.
Or you'd like to see changed?
What?
There's no whatever. I'll leave it open.
Oh well, so I have been waiting
Whatever.
years for this, but I'm really excited for Lunar New Year because I need to know what they're gonna do because this is
It
the
is.
Chinese zodiac is the year of the horse.
Mhm. Good
So
point.
what are we doing? What we doing next month? I gotta know. And like this has literally been a question in my brain for like almost a decade. Like, I
Really?
wonder what they're gonna do when they
That's
get to
cool.
the year of the horse. Yes. So I'm like waiting, very highly anticipated question.
There will just be one horse
me.
in the game. Maybe and it will not be called a horse, and there will be something that looks like a horse, and it will just be something that you visit once every like
Two
so many years.
series that they're
Yeah.
just gonna be. They could just do Kieran models and be like, "Well, we've never seen a horse,"
Mm.
or they could do the script that are stacked on top of each other with like the horse cloak over it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't
don't
like
know.
that. I want to see a horse. I want to see a dang horse.
I want to see a horse and see everybody, like all the NPCs, be like really confused. Like, what is this thing?
You know what? There should be a horse, but when you talk about it and they call it a mule or something, or a donkey instead. Well, not a mule, because a mule is half horse, half donkey, but it's a donkey instead. So it's like we get as close as possible to. We have a unicorn, I guess, or no, we have a Pegasus with a unicorn horn.
Yes.
But that's only a
That
skin.
alicorn, right?
Yeah.
An alicorn with a horn
yeah,
and
yeah,
wings,
Yeah.
something like that. Anyway,
An alligator unicorn.
The derpy horse.
That thing is cursed. That's cursed. If you ever did a cursed cosplay angle, doing that
bought
unicorn mount
immediately.
thing is
Oh my gosh.
It came out and I bought it immediately.
it is just it doesn't look
I
like it
guess
should be in the game.
well, I got a good opportunity to be something horse-esque.
You did the dolly.
drop at Lunar New Year, so maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Is
true.
Is that the cosplay? You're gonna be a horse?
No, that's not until next month.
Oh,
That might be a
that's
horse next month.
true, that's
Just
true.
adding. I'm gonna go add some
February.
things to my shop.
Oh, okay. So wait, next month is February, which is Valentine's Day time.
Oh, would never know. Been single my entire life.
Wait a second. Hold on. Let me think.
I'll send you some chocolate, Screw, so that you
Oh,
with my
Oh.
vitamin reminder. With my vitamin reminder.
I feel seen.
cute. What would be a good Halloween, Valentine's Day themed Guild Wars 2 cosplay?
Wait,
Paython. Oh,
Vlogs.
oh, that's true. Vlox is very hot.
Mm-hmm.
I could also go with beach Farron
Hey.
as well. I do have everything I need to do for Farron. I just need to make it beach.
Snargle Goldclaw.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done a char. I've
That'd be
never done a
fun.
char.
That'd be a lot.
But I
Yeah.
don't want to do Snargle the first char I do because he turned out like real derpy, and I need to do him justice. Okay.
You're like, pick
Well,
one of the
what
lesser
about-
interesting ones. Ritlock.
You should do the trial
Is-
that got
Can
executed.
you be Isgaren from Snargle's book?
Oh yeah. You do one of the characters.
Ooh. I'm writing all of these ideas down in my
Okay.
brain. I just hope you know. But yes,
Wait.
will they put a horse finally in Guild Wars 2? That is the question.
Did we? So there was when 12 years ago when Year of the Horse first came around.
Mhm.
Was there no celestial or whatever it's called, the celebration?
I want to say no, but
It hadn't come out yet, I guess.
the first one was 2015.
So yeah, not yet.
Yeah, there's been no horse.
Okay. So
So
now
we'll
this is
see.
the first time they're doing horse. So there's gonna be a horse backpack.
Oh. Or boots and their horse hoofs.
Oh wow, that sounds great.
You could be the horse now.
that's why there's no
Everyone
horses.
gets to be the horse.
Because we cut off all their hooves for the fucking
Wow.
event.
that's why
It's just
there's
like,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Y'all
this is
need to do
getting dark
rewards.
now.
You got one or the other.
We were eating horses and they just died off so many years ago. The ancient.
You're the
Just a
snake.
new raptor mount that's a horse. Although I don't know how it would jump forward really far.
If you're a person in Tyria, and you know the centaurs exist, so like you go to somebody in Tyria and you say, "Hey, could you describe a centaur for me?" How would they describe a centaur for you?
That's a good question.
Also, can you just ride centaurs? And is that weird?
Well, how are we riding them, Jebro? How are we riding them?
I mean,
Yes, and
on their back.
yes.
It's their back. Because
Am I
otherwise
on my
they
back?
ain't running anywhere, are they? If they're on their back.
Hey,
I'm gonna spit out my drink, Roof.
hey, you don't have to be running to do some cardio. That's all I gotta say.
You have to
Just
run
take
if
your
you want to
own.
get anywhere. I mean, not necessarily in that respect.
I
So,
would. That's all I'm gonna say. If there was a centaur, anyway, hey, was that brave?
It's very
I feel
brave.
very brave on
It's
this.
very
podcast.
brave.
yeah.
Very brave.
Are we looking forward to? Is there anything else this year you think would be very beneficial to the game, or that we feel could be important for them? I mean, there's the
I
potential
think
for a
it would
lot
be
to
really
happen.
cool, actually. Like aside from the rating system, if they had like an in-game tax system where I could just do my taxes in game, great.
Yeah.
Like if they just integrated H&R Block into the windows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think honestly they have to stick the landing with the story this time around. I think
I agree.
is the
Mm,
big
Mhm.
thing.
Agreed.
yeah, I'm hoping that's the case. I think I do think the raid stuff, the update to that, and the fashion. I think the fashion templates is probably one of the biggest features this year, which might sound weird. I don't know if that sounds weird, but like it's a huge deal. I mean, the real end game is fashion after all, so it's a pretty big deal.
I'll bring back. It's not going to happen because it's not in the
Roadmap.
timeline thing.
Mhm.
But I still think they should start doing beta testing in the Edge of the Mist of World vs. World, where they allow for like a week. They allow people to use their sky scales in the Edge of the Mist.
Oh yeah, mounted combat, siege
Yeah.
turtles, sky scales.
These turtles, sky scales, all that stuff, and just let them go wild. Well, maybe one at a time, but yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun.
I still think about the siege turtles sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that just a
Occasionally.
general statement, or is that like you're talking about
Like
what we just in
Before,
that?
like I'm going on a walk.
All right, okay. I was just like, you're just randomly serving people food, and it's like, oh, siege turtles. Yeah,
No,
okay.
because
No,
because
yeah.
honestly, so in your because now you could fight inside of your like guild hall and stuff like that, right?
Sure,
And you can do,
sure.
and I think you could do the same thing inside your house area. Anyway, you could have sky scale combat fight, like dog fights in there, and they're actually a lot of fun. And I think that it would be a lot of fun. It wouldn't be world versus world anymore, but you have 3 Borderlands and the EBG to do world versus world. So why can't you have Edge of Mist that not many people go to anymore, just to have fun?
Sure, possible. Yeah. So I think we've run out of ideas now.
Is there anything that you want, Jebro? Is there like a hidden nugget of just this has to come in 2026?
That's a good question.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing that ever since we started this podcast, and I remember you coming on this, Groove, like we've had this conversation about the update and having a quick play for Dungeons and Raids for as long as I can remember you being on the podcast. I think we've been talking about it for that long, right? I honestly feel like
pure insanity.
Yeah. I honestly think that is probably the biggest thing I've wanted for the game since launch.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So I think that is the big dream that has become that is going to become a reality, because I don't think there's anything else in Guild Wars 2 that I really need, because I feel like I'm getting for the amount that I play it, which is I do play the game more casually now than I do, and also because I don't get as much time as I want to. I think it's okay for what I need, but I would like to play it more. But I think this will make me play it more and play the content that I want to play more, because I don't necessarily have access to people when I can play, right? Because I'm on the West Coast. A lot of the people I know on the East Coast, but also mostly Europe. So it's really hard for me to raid and stuff. And I don't necessarily always want to do that when I get in. So it's because it's going to take time, and there's like loads of different people and blah, blah, blah. But this is just going to chuck a bunch of people into a map. Even if it doesn't work out, you potentially get to meet new people they've never talked to before, and hopefully they're cool. So that's going to be really good. And I think it gets people like into groups, bigger groups, quick. Which is what, ideally in an MMORPG I want as well. I don't want to just play solo all the time. It's going to be fun. I think that's really the biggest thing for me. I think actually fashion templates are really big for me as well. I fucking love that shit. So yeah, I'm excited for those two things mostly. Yeah, there isn't really anything else there where I'm like, that's the big thing. Wanted that for a long time. I'm good. I think also knowing what the next project is this year would be a big deal, and I think it's the right time to do that. Even if it's a tease as to what they're working on. It doesn't necessarily even have to be like we're making a new X or whatever. Like we've got this project. Here's a tease, and just to be like, oh, put that in your britches, whatever that means.
You should probably thank the person who just followed.
You just followed?
I think, is that what the stream elements alert means?
Oh no, it's a sub. I think.
Being gifted a sub.
It's a sub.
No.
I normally thank people in the chat, yeah, because this goes and records everything, reacting to everything in the stream chat. You gotta say the name though. Lexipan?
I see it, Boots.
I don't.
Okay, never mind.
You might have to say that to me later. Thank you for the gift sub though. Yeah.
Oh.
Who found it?
There we go.
Oh wow. Am I not getting something? Oh,
10 out of 100.
Definitely 10 out of 100.
Oh, the follow specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, right. Okay, not the sub. All right, I see now. I see the one below. Thank you. Yes.
Smells like fluorescent light.
Well, that may be a good point for us to end for today. unless anyone else has anything they
The lights
would
they're
like
so
to
bright.
talk about right now. We're going.
Bye, everybody. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm broken now. I don't get broken that much.
The lights. The lights.
I hope
So
everyone
bright.
here gets well soon.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lights.
We'll
Stay
end there for
healthy.
today. I think.
Stay
Stay healthy. Stay cool. Yeah, there is a lot of things to look forward to potentially already. I think February is going to be a big month, obviously, with new systems. We'll see how they work out, see what they do in terms of bringing people together. It's the content which needs to be played more so that they can invest more time into it, I think, as well. Wow, you got them today. We're going to end there for today, but I think that maybe we'll do the Reforged Guild Wars next time. We can think about. We can do that. If you have any suggestions of where you want us to start in Guild Wars, whichever expansion or whatever, like let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Kroof says what you do, where you do it real quick, because obviously you're still laughing, so I want to make sure I can punish you as much as possible.
Didn't realize it would affect you this badly.
Yeah, you've really You've really
everything
touched a nerve
violent,
there.
but I just keep going. The lights, they're so bright.
Oh god.
Hi everyone, I'm Kroof. You can follow me over on my YouTube at Kroof. Oh god, it's so dry.
Should we skip you for now? Do you want to go? Should we come back to you?
No,
No?
you did this. You all have to suffer through this. Or you
Excellent.
can follow me here on Twitch playing World of Warcraft. And all
Sounds like you're
Guild Wars
choking
too.
on something.
No, it's just very dry, and my voice has been very agitated with this cold.
Sure.
Thank you for having me. Oh, Jabro.
I'm not saying
I'm a-
anything. I didn't say anything.
I'm a pious. I keep an aspirin between my knees at all times. Okay.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm not even sure where we are right now. Is it Sunday?
It is, unfortunately.
Okay. Did you say where people can find you?
Yes, I did.
Engelbert. Meow. Tell us what you do, where you do it.
Yes, I stream on twitch.tv/EnglebertMeow. I am very concerned about all of my lights now, so I might not.
Goodness gracious.
You can find me there in the late evenings, and then I like to do cosplays, which I got one coming up this next week. We'll build one together live, so check that out. Thanks for having me.
Nice. So welcome. Glad to have you both here. Boots, last but not least, tell us what you do, where you do it.
I am Boots. You could find me at World of Enders on YouTube, and I make videos mostly about Guild Wars 2 these days, and also not that often. So, when one comes up on your stream, consider yourself lucky.
Or you may get like 12 in a row.
Or you might get 12 in a row whenever the adventures come out and I get in my groove. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right. Okay, last of all, don't forget to follow the Twitch stream if you do want to check us out on Sundays, every other Sunday kind of. We'll be back on 25th of Jan with, I'm pretty sure, as long as there isn't something I'm forgetting about, with Guild Wars Reforged, and we'll play some bits and bops and go through that, and hopefully maybe Kroof is okay by then. Like 2 weeks. Probably be alright, or at least closer to. And then maybe we can remind them of the reasons why they're currently laughing. Otherwise, GWT Lightbringers podcast, if you want to find us on all the audio places, do that as well. And we will see you next time on Lightbringers podcast. Thanks so much for watching, whether or not here live or you are here on some other place. We will see you in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
2026 Guild Wars 2.
Goodbye.
Shaping up pretty nicely. Bye bye for now, peeps.
I'll say this.